on, everybody? This is Jeff with Living in Arizona, and today we are going to answer a question that's been coming up where people want to know what will a certain amount of money get them in Phoenix. And so we're going to go ahead and tackle this. This is a question that came in and actually keeps coming up, so we're going to make a video, right? So if you're new here and you want to subscribe to Living in Arizona, this is the channel here. This is the channel that I, Jeff, manage along with my brother, who's a real estate agent. He's also involved in this. So if you want to subscribe, you can hit subscribe. But this question comes in from, let's see here. Oh, Palento Entertainment. Do you think you could get a decent house with a budget of $230,000 maximum anywhere in the Phoenix Valley? So if you're outside the state, you might not know that they call the whole Phoenix metropolitan area the Valley of the Sun, also known as just the Valley, right? And so thank you, Palento Entertainment, for asking this question. I said, have you checked West Phoenix, Glendale, Buckeye, Litchfield Park? But we're going to go ahead and dial this in to between $200,000 and $250,000. And how are we going to go about this? Well, we're going to go on to some of the websites. Zillow. You can check Zillow, Trulia, anyone. I've mentioned Trulia in another video. But let's go ahead and house hunt and see what we can find and areas where you can check based on what I already know about the valley. So this area right here, this is called West Phoenix. Okay, how do we know it's West Phoenix? Because right here in Central Phoenix, it's a road. It's called Central. Over here are streets or avenues. Over on the other side, on the east side, is streets. The street side is more expensive typically than the west side, which is the avenue side. So here you have Litchfield Park, Goodyear, Surprise, Peoria, Glendale, Sun City. This area here, you're going to have better luck finding cheaper homes, right? So let's go ahead and do a Glendale, Arizona search, okay? For homes within the $200,000 to $250,000 range, right? Oh. All right, so you can see not too much coming up right here on this list. There are some stuff coming up, but for the most part, Glendale is pretty expensive. You can get this 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Now, I don't know if this is why this is so cheap, but it's on there, $214,000. Looks like a legit deal here. They've got details in here, but you can see it's fairly decent build, right? And it'll tell you estimated mortgage on something like this is $895 a month. Now, bear in mind, you might have homeowners association fees, also interest and whatnot that might affect that price. So, but it tells you facts and features. Multifamily home built in 1993, forced air. You guys get the point. Most of you guys already probably get that, but we're going through this just so you guys can see. But let's go ahead and dial it into, say, Buckeye. So Buckeye is a place where a lot of people started moving, and it kind of came up as a fairly affordable place. So you can see out here in Tonopah, right? You got a pretty big lot. Two beds, 2 baths. There's an aerial. Small house, not a very big house. It says it's a type of an apartment. No data, but you know, it's selling for $210,000. All right. I don't know if that's necessarily what many of you guys are looking for, but for the most part, you've got these 1-bedroom, 2 baths. Let's go ahead and up it to, let's see if we can keep looking around at another cheap place or places that are more affordable, right? So let's check Santan Valley. Here's Santan Valley. This is where I live. So in Santan Valley, you can find some homes here. You've got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, another one that, look at that. That looks pretty nice, right? But it looks like it's a multifamily, built in 2018, 4 parking spaces. Is this a condo? So it's a condo. All right, so let's go into the Phoenix area here. So we're going to search just Phoenix. Remember, if you're moving to Phoenix, there's many suburbs. So for the most part, you're going to get apartments. Here's a new construction build. Now, this is on, what is this on? 11th Avenue. So this is pretty much right in the heart of Phoenix, in Moon Valley. All right, so you've got Moon Valley, $249,000 home. Pretty good price, right? Built in 2002. I don't know why it would say new construction if it's built in 2002. 3 parking spaces, cooling, central cooling, days on Zillow, 30 days. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in there. It's got the dishwasher, the dryer. So just under $250,000 seems to be, if you can get anything for $250,000, that's a pretty good deal in Phoenix, okay? So that's what people are looking for in terms of a house. Now, it looks like many condos are on here, but what do we have here? Yet again, 1850, I believe that's another avenue in Phoenix. Beautiful gated complex with a mid-century home. That's $206,000, built in 1970. So you can see $206,000 for an older build, but it's been remodeled, and people do these flips, right? HOA, $265 a month, so something to keep in mind. These HOAs are, man, that's a high HOA if you ask me. A lot of condos here. So for the most part, if your budget's between $200,000 and $250,000, you're either going to get an older build or a condo. That's what you're looking at with that kind of budget. Now, the real budget, the sweet spot that you really want to be coming in at, like if I just bump this up to $300,000 for the maximum price, you're going to see all of a sudden a bunch of houses are going to start popping up. See, here's a house. Lots of houses start popping up, really. You still have the condos, but if you want these houses, you're going to have to be in the 250 to 300 price range, like you got right here. This is a 2-bedroom. But if you go outside of Phoenix into a place like Peoria or Glendale, say, I'll bet Glendale's going to have quite a bit of homes in that price range. Here's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, $189,000 coming soon. That's not too bad looking. I don't know why it didn't show these same results earlier. It didn't take my $300,000. There we go. All right. So, yeah, see, now here's a house. This isn't a surprise. See, just that extra $20,000 a month overall asking price will get you into a house like this. It's a pretty nice house, right? It's green in Phoenix, you know? What more can you ask for if you're moving to Phoenix other than a green house, right? So, it was built in 2006, not too old, multifamily. Does it have an HOA? It doesn't say anything about an HOA. But that's something to keep in mind. So that's in Surprise, right? So let's keep our search coming and keep it going here. So you've got $300,000 for a 93rd Avenue unit right next to the football stadium. That's where the Arizona Cardinals play, out there on 93rd Avenue. And let's go take a look at Surprise and see what Surprise has for us. What kind of surprises? You knew that was coming, that corny joke, right? Okay, Surprise. What do they got for us? 4-bedroom. Says it's coming soon. Here's the street view. Not too bad for a 4-bedroom and Surprise, $289,000. All right. So you can see the further out you get away from central Phoenix into some of these suburbs like Surprise, even over on the east side, if we go to Santan Valley, let's see what they got in Santan Valley for that price range. Obviously, there's other websites other than Zillow, right? This is a pre-foreclosure, $282,000, 5 bedrooms, 2 baths, 3,500 square feet, $282,000. Wow, that's a great price. All right, let's see, 250 to 350K on Cibac Team. So this one, just want houses, right? Here's a nice one, $289,000 in 2112, built in 2007. It's a nice house. So it really seems like for in between 200,000, 250,000 for the most part, unless you're falling into a foreclosure or a short sale or something like that, or an older build, 1970s, 1980s, you're really looking at condos and apartments and some older builds in that $200,000 to $250,000 range. If you can get up into $250,000 to $300,000, you don't mind going either living very centralized in Phoenix or on the outskirts of the suburbs, Santan Valley, Surprise, Glendale, outside of Glendale actually, Tonopah, you'll start finding some 3 to 4 bedroom homes that are built in 2006, and there's even some brand new builds that you can get for that price. So I wanted to make this video to give you guys an idea of what kind of homes are available in that 200 to 250,000 range. But if you can just bump it up to this range right here, you should be able to get a really comfortable lifestyle in this range right here. That should be your goal. Now, here's an interesting article that came in from, let's see if we can go back to that. So this came in, we've all had it, we've all had that thought where it's like, I don't even want to buy a home. It's way too much commitment. That little voice in our head goes, but I mean, could I do it, right? Okay, thanks for putting that into perspective there, Arizona Central. All right. Well, get ready to be hit with the digits, courtesy of new report from Bloomberg. Okay, we'll pull that up and look at it later. If you're 18 to 34, living in Phoenix and thinking about buying a house, you need to earn a minimum salary of $28,547. That's not bad. The median earnings of a Phoenix millennial are $35,790. It actually leaves a wage surplus of $7,243 per year, making Phoenix one of the more affordable big cities for millennials, Bloomberg found. Out of 50 metropolitan areas, 13 are too expensive for the typical millennial. Take San Francisco, where the millennial needs to earn $60,000. Ooh, yeah, that's high. Okay. Oh, didn't show up on Bloomberg's site. Okay. But anyway, you get the idea. That was just kind of putting things into perspective. But House Hunting USA, what $250,000 buys you in 25 cities? So here it is. Atlanta, 2 beds, 2 bath, 1,400 square feet. Let's see where Phoenix ranks on this, and then we'll okay, so they're saying that you get a little small rinky-dink here in Phoenix for that price. So what, Atlanta's cheaper than Phoenix? I mean, they're saying you get more bang for your buck in Sacramento? I don't believe it. I don't know. Who's this website, Curbed? I don't know where they're getting that data. I've looked for homes. What? They're trying to say you get more in Los Angeles than you do in Phoenix? I don't think so. It's hard to take a website like this serious when you can see they're clearly flawed. And that was written in November 1st, 2016. Not to put these guys down or anything, but I mean, you're telling me you're going to get more for $250,000 in Los Angeles in terms of beds and bath and square foot than Phoenix? Come on now. I've been to Los Angeles. Los Angeles is expensive. That's crazy. But we tried. We tried to see what their website was going to say. But you guys get the idea. And so, like I said, try to get in between $250,000 to $300,000, right in that sweet spot for your purchase price. I think you've got to make around about $35,000 per year. So if you're making $35,000 per year, you have low debt to income. So low debt, pay off all your debt, and if you can get to that range, you should be able to get a multifamily home or a pretty decent property at that $250,000 to $300,000 range, assuming your HOA fees are low. Anyways, guys, we'll see you guys next time, and thanks to everyone who's been liking these videos and subscribing to Living in Arizona.